Welcome back to another episode with the Millennial Group Podcast. Today we'll be discussing January 2024 Market Action Report for the Portland Metropolitan area. Some really good statistics for this episode, and especially for those buyers out there, if you're about to jump into the market, you'll see that you might have noticed that there are a lot of new inventory. That reason being, we saw last month new listings did increase 89.2%. from the 1,000 listings listed in December of last month. So a lot of sellers were happy to put their homes on the market now that the holidays are over. So we saw a jump in listings last month, and that's great. A lot more options to choose from.
So pending sales decreased 15.8% from the nearly 1,800 offers that were accepted in January of 2023 and increased 14% from the 1,300 offers accepted in December of 2023. For closed sales, they've increased 2.9% from the 1,088 closings in January of 2023 and decreased 15.8% from the 1,300 closings in December of 2023.
I'm going to stop you there. Like, after reading those statistics, was that shocking to you to see? Like, do you feel that there was a rush in the market in January? And after seeing that statistic of decreased sales, do you feel like that was like, whoa, I didn't expect to see that? Because I totally did.
No,
because
same.
We had so much activity happening and taking place last month. And then after viewing those statistics, I was like,
it just doesn't seem right.
It felt weird to see.
Yeah, it feels very weird.
To see that it was, and that's a huge decrease in closed sales from December.
Absolutely.
Which you would think would be a much slower time. Not a lot of people are doing things in November, December, buying houses.
Yeah, with the holidays and stuff. I mean, everyone's too occupied with that. That's what we've heard a lot of the times.
Which was my point.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it said in December, it was up 15%.
Right,
And
which is
January,
crazy.
It was less, yeah. So that was actually shocking for me to see. But now that we are moving on to time on market and inventory, what we found is that inventory is now up 3.2 months. Whereas last month months of inventory was 2.7 months. So as a reminder, for those of you who are not aware of what exactly that means, if we were to stop putting houses on the market today, we would only have about 3 months of inventory before we completely dried out. So that lets us know it's still a very, very strong seller's market. And most of the time, depending on the price point, buyers may come in contact with multiple offers. They might come in contact with having to write offers over ask because there's still very little inventory. Now it's up, but there's still very little. And the total time on market did increase to 68 days in the Portland Metropolitan area. Just last month, it was, 50?
I think it increased by 8 days or something, you said?
8 days, yes. So if you do the math, that's 55 days last month, and now it's up. So we are starting to see some things shift, but it's looking great with inventory now coming up. But let's hope that we get more closed sales in the future. Dina, you want to talk about the year-to-date summary?
Yeah, so the year-to-date summary, comparing the first month of this year to the same period of last year in 2023, new listings increased 0.2%, pending sales decreased 15.8%, and closed sales increased by 2.9%.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're so not exactly where we want it to be, but it's trending upward.
We're seeing improvement, guys.
Yes, that's what we want to see. And finally, we're going to compare 2024 to 2023 of January for the average sales price, and that did increase 5.9%. So last year, we saw that the average sales price was $532,900, or if you want to round, $533,000 to $564,600 this year. So prices are still trending upwards. And again, that's going to be due to lack of inventory, not a lot of options. People are still willing to pay a little bit more than asking price in order to win their homes. And in the same comparison, the median sales price has increased just 3.2% from $489,500 to $505,000. So for sellers out there, if you're thinking about selling your home, more than likely you're in a good spot, right? It's not a terrible time to sell. It might take a little bit longer, but you're still in the up and up. And buyers, for you guys out there, if you are waiting to see the perfect home come on the market, we're seeing that trend that more and more inventory is coming on. So don't lose hope. Give us a call if you need any advice or if you have any additional questions about what's happening in the market, and we're happy to assist you. Otherwise, we will see you on the next show.